So on Tuesday, there's about to be an extremely important meeting amongst the big heads in the NFL, and they're discussing the rules and the rules that are about to be changed for the 2025 NFL season. One of the rules that some teams have been vying to try to get rid of is a play known as the tush push. Now, I'm very subjective in this video, so if I give off a lot of pro Eagles narratives, it's because I'm an Eagles fan. I don't know if you can notice that. The tush push is a play that is meant to gain short amount of yards. It's not a play that the Eagles use on every single drive. It's not a play that they use on every single play. They use it a lot. The Buffalo Bills also use it a lot. It is to gain a short amount of yards. Now, a lot of teams in the NFL want to get rid of this particular play, and just to put it out on the table, I think that they want to get rid of it because, number one, I think that some of these teams are insanely soft. They don't actually want to game plan in order to try to stop certain plays. So instead of doing that, their strategy to try to win is not to try to find game plans to stop teams and to stop plays. It's just to ban them. Sometimes it's just easier to be like, oh, I don't like this play, I'm going to ban it. The other reason why they want to ban this play is because they feel like they can't run it. They can't run it correctly. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills are the two main teams that use it the most. They have quarterbacks that are better at running this play than other quarterbacks. You obviously see some situations where quarterbacks are unable to pick up that yard with the push. Some quarterbacks, like Jordan Love, he falls over. Not anything against Jordan Love. I respect him as a quarterback. It's just he wasn't able to run the play. Now, these are the reasons that teams are putting forward for why they think the play shouldn't exist in the National Football League. They think that it is impossible to stop. They think it is not a football play. They think that it takes absolutely zero strategy. It's automatic. You could do it anyway. There's an injury concern. So let me spend this time to discuss why those reasons are absolute caca. It's not even, they're just narratives. It's why they shouldn't even be a thought in your mind when you're thinking about this play. Okay, the injury one, there have been 0 injuries in the 2024 NFL season due to the tush push. The only one injury that occurred due to the tush push was Chris Jones in the Super Bowl because, like a weirdo, he lined up sideways and then his neck got injured. That was the only injury in the 2024 NFL season that had anything to do with the tush push. A lot of people say, well, this play is not an NFL play. It's not a football play. It's a rugby play. It's a scrum. And I find this to be extremely hilarious because these people don't even know what they're talking about. I don't even really watch rugby, but I know for a fact this is not a rugby play. The tush push is a play that is supposed to gain a short amount of yardage. If you know or you don't know how rugby works, it's a continuous type of game. If you get tackled, you lose possession of the ball. People say, well, the tush push is a sort of a scrum. If you know anything about rugby, a scrum is basically a formation where two teams are resetting, where both teams are huddling around each other. That is a scrum. That is not what's happening during the tush push in any specific way. Every time I see somebody say it's just a rugby play, it's a scrum, I would say it's more scrum-like, but it is not a rugby play. I immediately think into my brain, you don't know ball. You don't know what you're talking about. The third reason that people are giving for why they want to get rid of this play is they think that it's automatic. It doesn't take any skill. And again, I want you to go and look at the Green Bay Packers. There was a play in which Jordan Love tried to run the tush push, and he kind of fell sideways. If it doesn't take any skill, then why doesn't everybody run it completely effectively? Because it does take skill and it does take practice. It's something that you have to be good at. It's something that you have to have the right players for. And they don't have the right players for it. They don't practice it. They think, "Oh, it's so easy that anybody can do it. So then why don't you do it?" Oh, because you're not effective at it. In fact, the Eagles, I believe, were 82% effective in getting a first down or a touchdown using the tush push. So, no, it is not 100% effective. It is not impossible to stop. There have been teams that have stopped the Eagles using the tush push. The final reason that people are giving for why they want to ban the tush push is because they have this weird erroneous opinion, super subjective opinion, that this play is boring. That it just bores people. This is a boring play. I don't want to watch guys push each other for an extra yard on fourth down. When has there ever been a play that has been banned because it's been too boring? I can't think of a single play that's been banned because it's been boring. That's in my mind. I don't know what you're talking about. On fourth down, oh, I want an exciting play. Teams are going for it on fourth down. What's the best way to get a first down on fourth down? Push the guy forward. It just puts it in my mind that these fans want to, push up stats and they want to win big instead of just winning, period. There's a reason why the Eagles won the Super Bowl this year, is because they had a lot of unselfish football players who wanted to win, who forgoed stats in order to win football games. And I guess, in this situation, a lot of teams don't want to do that. A lot of teams care more about caking on their stats than they do about actually winning football games. This is one of those situations where this play gets a lot of teams really mad, a lot of fans really mad, and it's because they operate in the standpoint of, if I can't stop a play, if I can't stop the other team from doing something, there are times where I'm like, I don't like that play, or I don't like this play. I'm not like, ban it. I'm like, do something to try to stop it on the field. Try to game plan against it. And these teams aren't doing that. They're taking the easy approach out of it, and they're just trying to ban the play because that's what they do. They're not trying to stop plays. This sets a horrible precedent here in the National Football League that says, if I don't like a play, I'm just going to try to ban it. If I can't stop it, I'm going to try to ban it. I might be coming off as kind of being like hurt about this. Well, it's because I'm a no-nonsense person. I'm someone who truly, if this was any other team, if the Giants, the Commanders, and the Cowboys were using against my team all the time, I wouldn't say ban it. I would say learn how to stop it. And there are ways to stop it. There are plenty of ways to stop it, but these defensive coordinators, they're not about trying to stop plays. It's insanely soft, and to say that this play doesn't have any point in the National Football League, well, I can tell you one play that isn't a football play. It doesn't attempt to get you points. It doesn't attempt to get you any yardage, and it's a time killer. It's the kneel down. If the tush push goes away, so should the kneel down, because the kneel down doesn't do anything. The kneel down wastes time. Essentially, if your team doesn't have a timeout with 2 minutes left to go and the other team is winning, it's like we're playing 58 minutes of gameplay. It's soft. Get that out of the game. If you don't get that out of the game first, then the tush push should stay. That's it. That's my TED talk. I'm out. Peace.